This is probably one of, if not the most powerful device I own right now, the M1 Max MacBook Pro, 14 inches to be exact. Now, this machine right here can do anything and everything I want. I can edit 4K footage on Premiere Pro smoothly, even with 10 apps open, and even when watching anime in the background. Like, this laptop can do a lot of stuff. But this video isn't about everything you can do with the MacBook Pro though. This video is about probably the only thing that you don't really want to be doing with the MacBook, even the most powerful MacBook out right now. And of course you're not illiterate, what I'm talking about is gaming. Now first, if you found this video through search because you want to see the M1 Max MacBook Pro in action as a console and see how well it does when it comes to gaming, or if you just have some excitement in your heart right now because you think some cool games will be played and some cool stuff's about to happen, well, please just knock that shit off, okay? See, I get where you might be coming from. I was also excited when I got the MacBook. I wanted to use it for some gaming, you know, the M1 Max chip, right? I wanted to see what it could do. But you can hear the tone of my voice right now, right? Exactly. This was not the most exciting video to make for me. This is kind of a disappointing video to make for me. And normally, when a video like this is disappointing, it's because it was a laggy device. It wasn't powerful enough to handle the games it was supposed to play, like Windows laptops and everything. But power performance was not a problem at all with the M1 Max MacBook Pro. Not even when it comes to gaming. In fact, it's great at everything that has to do with gaming. Except one small thing, and that's the actual games you get to play themselves. So, what kind of games can you expect to play with the most powerful MacBook Pro? Or rather, if you get the MacBook and you really intend to use it as your portable console, what kind of games would you want to play? First-person shooters like Call of Duty, Apex Legends, even Halo? Okay, great choices. Here's some footage of Code of War 2. COW 2 for short. Don't know if you've heard of it. You might also want to play some sports games though, like UFC or Madden or FIFA, and okay, looks like you have good taste, my friend. Here's the latest version of Chattawa Soccer. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, am I right? No? Well, that's exactly what I'm talking about. When it comes to the games you can natively play on the MacBook Pro, even the most powerful MacBook Pro ever made, well, it's basically the same as the games you get to play on your iPad, or even your iPhone actually. Actually, it's a little worse because it doesn't even have some of those games, you know, and that's kind of embarrassing. You're gonna be limited to Apple Arcade or just the Mac App Store's game library, which is even worse actually. That's why people tell you to not get a MacBook if what you wanna do is play video games. But if you clicked on this video, then you probably already know all of this. And yet though, you clicked anyways, so that means you think there's another way. And you're right. These native baby games aren't the only games you can play on MacBooks. But you're also kind of wrong though, because the games you're probably thinking about, like the games you really want to play, probably won't play on the M1 MacBook Pros. What do I mean? Well, no need for me to explain. Let's just go ahead and do exactly what you want me to do. Let's go ahead and test it. You saw the title of this video, reviewing the MacBook as a gaming device, like an actual console. And speaking of consoles, here's mine. And these are the games I actually like to play in real life. Let's see what the experience would be like if we try to play these games, not on the PS5, but on this portable console right here. Let's start with FIFA. Now, if we actually want to play FIFA on the MacBook Pro and not just watch gameplay of it on YouTube, if we want to play any of these games actually, well, our best and our only hope is to run it on Windows, because these games don't exist on macOS. Now, this is kind of a big roadblock for many people that try to get ambitious with their MacBook gaming. Like you have to install a whole other operating system on your laptop. That seems like a big hassle. And compared to other consoles out there, it is a big hassle. But in reality though, it's actually not that hard to do. I'll leave a link in the description to the easiest guide I can find if you're interested. I don't really want to waste time on this in this video. But see, this is where things start to get kind of annoying. Long story short, for many of these kind of games, even after downloading Windows, they're either still not going to work because something about the new M1 architecture still isn't compatible, or you're going to have to jump through a bunch of hoops to make it work. And with FIFA, since just buying the original Windows game from Steam or some other gaming platform wouldn't work, I went online and tried some funny things to make it work and to jump through the hoops I'll need to in order to play FIFA, and it still didn't work. Same thing goes for Apex Legends, which is actually one of my favorite games right now. If you like Apex and your only console is the MacBook Pro, then hopefully you're okay with watching someone else play it on YouTube, because if you actually try to play Apex on the MacBook itself, it's not gonna work. Neither will Warzone or any of the new Call of Duties, God of War, although God of War is supposed to be an exclusive anyways. But long story short, this is just the case with most of these great big boy AAA games you want to play. Now I said most though, not all, because if you like sports games like we talked about before, for example, if your sport of choice is not football but basketball, well, you're going to have a lot of fun playing NBA 2K. And you won't actually have to jump through any hoops at all to do so, because this game is actually available on Apple Arcade. And if you take a good look at it, you see that it's basically console level, honestly. So Apple is actually trying to make their devices better consoles. So they're trying to add better and better games to Apple Arcade all the time. A great example of this is Resident Evil Village. This is a new game that is actually available for you to play on your MacBook natively right now. And it's one of the few truly console level games out there for the MacBook right now. But still though, Apple Arcade's probably never gonna get games like Rocket League, you know? Actually, who knows, they might. But there's probably no chance that they ever get other popular games like GTA 5, for example. But yet, people have played GTA 5 on their MacBooks, and I'm actually playing Rocket League on mine right now. That means that there are some games you can run on Windows that are supported even on the M1 chip. The thing is though, there's so many PC games out there that I can't tell you which ones actually work or not, except the ones I've tried and the way I've tried. Well anyways, that's about it when it comes to the actual games you're going to get to play and just the exact gaming situation with a MacBook Pro. For the most part, just expect to be able to reliably play Apple Arcade games only, or maybe those old games that they actually did make for Mac. At the very least, just make sure the specific game you want to play actually works on MacBooks with the M1 chip before you bring out thousands of dollars to buy this console. Now with that being said, that's really it with the actual games you get to play themselves. Well, that's almost it. There's still some games related stuff that we're going to talk about, but for now, that's about it for the most and the only negative part of the MacBook's gaming experience. The rest of this video is going to be pretty positive, almost incredibly positive in fact, especially since the next thing we'll be talking about is power and performance. Basically every game you're going to play on the M1 Max MacBook Pro is going to run smoothly, basically perfectly, even on the Windows games that I tried and everything. If the game can run on the MacBook, then it's probably going to run very smoothly. Also, the MacBook can really be a portable console, not like other Windows laptops that when you actually make them portable, they lose a lot of their power. Because the MacBook, even if it's not plugged in, it's basically using its full power at all times. And it also has great battery life as well. Now we'll talk about that later. But long story short, when it comes to gaming power and performance in the real world with the M1 Max MacBook Pro, I have to say that it's a very powerful device, gaming-wise. But I have to say it though, just because of the results I got. It's not like I tested Crysis 3 on the MacBook or some other graphically intensive game, I tried to even test GTA 5 on it and it still just didn't work, So many of the games that I would say that if a laptop could run it very smoothly, I'll call that laptop a very powerful gaming laptop. Many of those games, I didn't even get to play it on the MacBook. But in the real world, it's not like you can't handle those games per se. It's just that you just don't have the option, basically. So even though power performance is very good on the M1 Max MacBook Pro, it's still kind of a sucky situation in the real world, Did I say everything from here was going to be positive for the rest of the video? Well, I lied. Well, kinda. The M1 Max MacBook Pro really is very powerful, but just because of the overall gaming situation we talked about, it kind of makes the whole thing even worse in principle. Just the fact that a machine as powerful as this, with a great display and a great set of speakers, the fact that it's not able to play all the AAA games out there that you want just kind of sucks, It's like a guy that's 6'5" but can't dunk a basketball, Like, you're useless, bro. What are you doing? If you can get over this though, and you can find games that you actually like to play on the MacBook, or some of the ones that actually do work, then you can really take advantage of the M1 Max's power. And something that'll help you tap into and take advantage of the MacBook's power, not just when it comes to gaming, but with everything overall, what I'm referring to is this guy. This is a GIISSMO dongle, and it's the sponsor of this video today. This dongle works great for MacBooks, but also some other USB-C devices like the iPad or even the PS5 actually. Now the PS5 doesn't have a lot of ports, so sometimes I just plug this in and I can use it for headphones, to charge a controller, to plug my microphone in, and I actually never use it for HDMI, but it probably will work, The HDMI definitely works on the MacBook though, and since there are two HDMI ports, you can literally connect this to two different displays, and you still have a USB-C port right here that you can use to connect to another display? Never needed to do that. On the other side as well, you have all these USB-A ports, and it can really come in handy in general, but also for gaming actually. You can plug a controller into this, and there's certain kinds of controllers that you definitely want this for. But we'll talk about that when we talk about the specific type of gaming that I'm referring to. Long story short, this is a very versatile dongle to have, and GIISSMO's really taking their time to make it as convenient as it is useful. So make sure to use my link in the description if you want to buy this dongle, and thanks to GIISSMO for sponsoring this video. Now, about gaming with the MacBook, like I was saying, even the positive things about this device can be seen as negative overall, And this definitely extends into the build and design of the MacBook itself. First, the MacBook has a proper great gaming display. 3.something K XDR display with 120 Hz refresh rate. That's way too good to be playing Sonic, And listen to this. These speakers sound way too good to be playing Jetpack Joyride.
All right, now I'm kind of hating though. Jetpack Joyride actually goes crazy sometimes, let me not even lie. And it's not like there aren't any mainstream video games available for the MacBook. And with the MacBook's great battery, you can play for hours and hours longer than you can with any other laptop, and probably any other portable console out there. I just keep coming back to the fact that it's a shame that all this potential, in this case hardware potential specifically, it's a shame that the M1 Macs are just specifically what they are right now, you know? They're not even like the Intel MacBooks, because despite all their greatness, they're just not really gaming devices. I mean, they don't have the games to show for it.
Sadly, that's true. But it's not that bad though, because we're in 2022 now, and the standard normal way of playing games on the MacBook isn't our only option. Nowadays, the possibilities are endless, and we have other ways to play. What I'm referring to are the current cloud gaming options available. One of these mainstream options is Xbox Cloud Gaming. Now, you do need an Xbox for this though, but once you get one, or if you already have one, your gaming experience with the MacBook can expand way past Apple Arcade baby games. You'll be able to play Halo, Forza, and all in all, with this way, your MacBook can become a much better gaming device because it'll have access to much better games. And I'm not just referring to Xbox Cloud Gaming though, because there are other cloud gaming platforms you can use, like Boosteroid, Amazon Luna, Nvidia GeForce Now is coming soon, and just basically, long story short, with cloud gaming, even if it's not perfect yet and relies on the internet strongly, it makes it so that no capable device really needs to suffer from a bad game library. And that's exactly what the M1 MacBooks suffer from. So is the M1 Max MacBook Pro a very good gaming device? Well, you've seen the whole video now, so you can basically decide that for yourself. But also, no, it's not. Long story short, with the way I see it at least, apart from cloud gaming, which is available on any phone and any tablet out right now, if you take that away, then the M1 Max MacBook Pro is a very, very, very powerful device that mostly plays cute little games. And that's why I don't respect the MacBook as a console or a gaming device. I definitely though, and you've got to respect its potential, for sure. Now speaking of, you also gotta like this video and subscribe to the channel if you wanna see more content like this. Let me know your thoughts on the M1 Max MacBook Pro or just MacBooks in general for gaming. And thanks for watching guys. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Okay. Nah, that'd be outrageous. Let's see.